All right, so here in season number 2 with the Omaha Orbits here. Again, 0-12, not very surprising. We actually scored points this year. We scored 7 against Louisiana Tech. We scored 7 against Ohio. We scored 17 against a ranked Buffalo team. We kind of got some points, actually. We scored, 1, 2. We lost 100-0 to Purdue still. But that's 2 touchdowns, 4. We scored 5 touchdowns this year. So, not not terrible, but not the best either. Looking at the stats here in season number 2, quarterback, that To'o, I think that's how you say it, from O'Fallon, Missouri. Get 2 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 1,500 yards. It helps, having somewhat of an offensive line. Not very many rushing yards, but they have 3 rushing touchdowns on the season as well. I'm not even trying to pronounce. Ricky had 525 yards with a touchdown, and Trent had the other touchdown as well. My goodness, I have the hiccups all of a sudden. Blocking wise, yeah. At least it wasn't as bad as last year, with all the 12 overalls. But we did have a bunch more sacks. Defensive-wise, Humphrey led the team with 110 tackles. Hacker Loper had the tackles for a loss. We had 1 sack. It was Gage Lemons, the 73 overall corner. And we had 2 picks from Lemons and Humphreys. Did he get a touchdown? He did not get the touchdown. Okay, we did have a forced fumble, but I don't think we recovered it. And we had a couple deflections. Dylan Humphreys had 3. Hacker had 2. Lemons had 2. Blue, Underwood, and Garland each had 1. Matthew York was apparently our kicker. Tauscher was our kicker. He was 3 of 5 for field goals, but 5 of 5 for extra points. He missed 2 from 40 to 49. So, it's not bad. He is a true freshman starting, so I'm not going to be too worried. And he's a 54 overall. Simpson, our punter, our true freshman, 3,000 punt yards. Apparently, York's out there, too, punting 9 times. I don't know what happened here and why he punted 9 times, but he did. So, anywho. I'll also update everybody on, of course, the college football playoff, as well as we're probably gonna make some moves. We did level up too, so that's gonna be the nice thing because we can actually level up our coach. It's been a long time for leveling up our coach. Marcus Burke wins the Heisman. Little Florida wide receiver there. Let's look at National Signing Day. We haven't signed too many guys right away. We did sign a 2-star punter, a 2-star middle linebacker, and a 3-star right end. And we're very, very close to getting a couple more 3-stars on this list, so that will really help out the squad. And a couple more 2-stars down here as well. We got locked down on a couple of these guys. Trying to go after some athletes late in the year, but unfortunately couldn't get some of those athletes. But we might get a couple of these 3-stars that someone's going after. But the transfer portal is going to be a big again for us this season. See if we can't get any more guys on the team. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make some staff changes. Can I not fire my staff? Did I accidentally do it for one more week? If I did, oopsies. Yeah, because these guys really don't have too much of anything for us. But I think I accidentally... Maybe I can't fire the staff. I don't know. Yeah, apparently I was too... I think I simulated a week too far ahead. Unless someone hires our staff, and you know they're F overalls, they're probably not. Yeah, they're not going to get taken. We'll go ahead and simulate to the national championship here. See who is in the national championship here in season number 2. We did get the 1-star tight end and the 3-star right end of Stephen Irwin. That's going to be very great for that defense because the defense is probably a little bit rough. We're 28 overall, 35 offense, 23 defense. But hey, moving up, a bunch of overalls in the first season is not bad. Simulating the national championship. We might not get that guy there. I don't remember. It was Brett Kerpiakis? Man, there are some wild names in this game. But looking at the bracket, Georgia wins it all, going perfect, 16-0. That's the first time in all of my sims that someone has gone perfect. Also, an 8-5 Kentucky made it. That's wild. Florida made it. Kansas State, NC State, Arkansas, Michigan, Texas, Penn State, Boise State, South Carolina, and Boston College all made it to the college football playoff. But yeah, first time I've ever seen a team go 16-0 in all my simulations. I don't know if they fixed simulations yet, but we'll definitely see. I'm just not 100% sure when they're going to fix it, because I've definitely had some weird things happen with these simulations before. We're going to continue upgrading our recruiter-wise. We're going to go ahead and, since we're about to start with a new year, we're going to go ahead and focus all offensive line and have that increased starting interest from offensive line as well. Next one will probably be defensive backs and then maybe a quarterback. But right now we're still looking at getting everything going. And, of course, next season is still one more sim. And then we will have, of course, gameplay after that, which will be very, very fun to do. We're probably going to get blown out half the games again, but we will definitely see. Players leaving wise, is there anyone that we need to actually keep as just transfer for playing style? But no one else. Everyone else is a 12 overall, so really don't care about that. So really anyone we bring in is going to be better than those guys. Jalen Potts has committed, the 1-star right guard, the 1-star left tackle. Casey Motley out of St. Peter's, Missouri is another left tackle, 1-star. I mean, we'll take it. A lot of 1-stars, but they're better than what we had. Anyways, we should get this 1-star tackle. We should get this 1-star both the 1-star outside linebackers. I don't think we lost anybody. We did not after that couple weeks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and I can't schedule a visit for him. That's weird. I can't schedule him a visit, but we need to find out the 3 things here. And I'm mostly focusing the 3 stars here, because I definitely want these guys to come to the school. So that's that, and let's go ahead and look at the transfer portal and see what we got going on. How many people want to come to the school? Is there really no one that wants to come to the school? There's literally nobody. Literally no one in the transfer portal wants to come to the school. That's wild. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to focus our recruiting board then. And get everyone that we can. You're going to come in for a visit for, I guess, academic prestige. With that, just put points on legit everybody that we can. No, even 2s and 1-stars. They're going to be better than what we had. Especially at corner. We only had the 1 corner last season. We're not going to get everybody, but we can most definitely try. We should be able to get this middle linebacker. Yeah, literally no one's going after him. All right, on to the first week, or on to the second week of off-season recruiting. Let's see what we got going on here. We got Drew O'Malley, the 3-star halfback. That's great. We did lose out on Ben Shaw. We moved up to a 30 overall. Nice. We have an extra 50 hours to spend. I guess we can focus on the kicker. With that, this will take this off and just do friends and family, because we pretty much have him as well. We're going to lose out on him. He's not, yeah. And we're going to go ahead and give Cantrell 10 points. We need to start at least, I mean, we're not going to win games, of course, next season either. But the season after, we could win a couple games and try to upgrade our star rating. But Forney commits as well as Abreu also commits, so we get 2 more 3-star caliber players, which is fantastic. I will gladly take that. We're up to 65 hours now. We should get these 1-stars. We should get Mingo. Is there anyone that's like super like? No one's going after him. Is anyone going after Caraway? Yes, but we already sent him on a visit. So let's take off friends and family, and we'll go ahead and hard sell college experience. That's like one of the first times I had to use that one too. Let's bring him. Okay, so I know the 3. Let's bring proximity to home. And the last 10 points will go on this guy. All right, week number 3 is done. So on to the final week of off-season recruiting, and let's see what we can do here. We got Koromoa. We got Branham. So right tackle and a defensive tackle. Much needed positions for this 0 overall team. We should get the both outside linebackers. That'll get some bodies over there. We're actually leading on this JUCO sophomore. So we'll just send the house. Might as well, because we should get mostly everybody here. Should get him, should get him, should get him, should get him. This one is close. We'll put an extra 10 points in. Because he's going on a visit that week too. Which is not great. Memphis we should easily beat out. And then we have 5 extra points. So I guess we'll just put them on this guy. And that'll be it. So we'll find out how many we have. Right now we do have 27 on the list. Hopefully we can at least walk out with 26 recruits this season. And then it's on to season number 3. Del Bolin commits. We got Terrence Buggs. So we got both the corners. 250 XP. And on the National Signing Day, which we did not get Caraway. He went on that visit, but we signed everybody else. We walked out with 26 players in this class. So if we go to the MAC, that is the second best in the MAC with 26, with 10 3-stars, 9 2-stars, and 7 1-stars. That is 77th overall in the nation, which is very, very good for this team. On to position changes. I know we got a couple athletes. We got one. And you are a free safety or a strong safety. I'm going to put you at strong safety because I don't have really one there. So he's going there. That's good. So quarterbacks, we have the 1. We now have 3 running backs. We still have the 3 fullbacks. We have 4 wide receivers. We have a ton of tight ends now. Wayne, can you play anywhere else? No, you can play fullback, but I don't really need you to play fullback. Trent. I mean, yeah, no, not really anything else there. Okay, so we just have a ton of tight ends. Left tackles, we now have 4. They're all low 50s, but we now have Abreu at 67 overall, solid. Gammon's at 65. Curl's at 65, and Hakeem's at 62. So a couple people moving up there. We still don't have a left end, so what I might do is move Long to left end just so we can have positions filled. Defensive tackle, we still have the 3. Left outside linebacker, we don't have one, so we'll move Huntley over there to left outside. Middle linebacker, Forney is going to be pretty decent, I hope, for us. We have a 5-star, or not a 5-star, but a 5 pipeline in Florida. Huh, okay. I didn't realize that. Quarters, we now have a bunch. I mean, we have Lemons, who's a 74. He's one of the best ones that we got. And we got a couple, 50 overalls and a 65. So at least we're getting somewhere. And, of course, Iverson was the new guy. We got a couple kickers. And, of course, we have a bunch of punters. Why? I don't know. But we do. So we really don't need to go after those guys anymore. Anyway, simulate to next week. We'll go over the schedule, and then we'll finish up season number 3. Again, probably going 0-12. Oh, yeah, I forgot training results as well. Man, Lemons did not go up at all. Can he even go up anymore? We only got normal dev. Oh, wow. He can't really go up really as much, so he's pretty much at the highest he is. What about Humphreys? Can Humphreys move up anymore? No. Yeah, because at least Gaiman went up to a 72 or 74. He can move up his quickness and pass blocking as well as the agility and stamina, so that's going to be nice. But now, hey, 42 overall. It's not from a 0 to 42 in 2 seasons with a bunch of recruits. I will gladly take that. We're still probably a couple years away, probably from winning at least 5 games a year. So we're going to be stuck with that. But encouraging transfers, I think we need to cut 15 guys. First one's going to be this kicker. Yeah, he can go. Tight end can go. Quarterback's fine. Let's cut some halfbacks. We'll have the 4 halfbacks. We'll cut a wide receiver. We'll cut these 2 tight ends now because I don't need them anymore. We'll cut the left tackle. Don't need him anymore. We'll cut 1 left guard. I like having 3 in a spot. We'll cut the 1 right tackle. Cut 2. We'll cut 1 defensive tackle. We'll cut 1 right end. We'll cut both these middle linebackers, and that should put us at 85, which we should be good. I don't know why it always is red at 85, but I mean, we'll take it. Anywho's, on to next week. I don't know if this is when we get the ton of XP for signing people. Maybe that was last week. I can't remember. It was last week. Okay. But we are level 5. But I'm going to go ahead. Well, let's check the schedule first. Let's see where we're sitting at. We get Coastal Carolina, Indiana, Ohio State, and Liberty. And then, of course, it's on to the Maction. Probably, again, going 0-12. It just is what it is. But, you know, we'll kind of figure out where we go from there. So, I will go ahead and set up the recruiting board and everything. And I'll see you guys after season number 3. All right, so here we are in year number 3 here with the, of course, the Omaha Orbits. Pretty decent recruiting class as well. We have at least signed these 10 guys, a couple quarterbacks, more offensive line, especially a couple 3-stars as well. A 3-star athlete that is an agile, a 3-star tight end, a 3-star middle linebacker, and a 2 3-star center so we can move them to guards if we need to, and a 3-star free safety. We're still going after a couple 3-stars. We also got this 3-star halfback Jim as well, which is very, very nice. And we got a couple people like this right tackle's a 3-star, another 3-star center, so we can move a lot of those 3-star centers around. And we just ended up going after a couple 4-stars. We're probably not going to get them, but and again, we got a couple 3-stars that really no one was going after late in the season. Added on here, see if we can't get them as well, and kind of go from there. Which is hopefully going to be the key thing. What we are going to do, though, is we are going to fire both of our coaches just to see if we can't get some better offensive, defensive coordinator upgrades. So that'll be that. We went 0-12. That's not surprising that we went 0-12 as well. Looks like we did lose out on 2 of the 4-star corners that we were going after, which is a little unfortunate, but I think we're going to get them either way. Looking at the schedule again, we actually scored points in a couple weeks. We scored 14 against Ohio. We got blown out by Central Michigan and Ohio State. Not surprising there. And we scored 17 against Akron. So we only lost by 2 scores technically, or 3 scores against Akron, and you know we only allowed 23 points against Northern Illinois. We kind of played a lot better later on the season, and after week 9 we kind of played a little bit better. Besides against Bowling Green. But we didn't allow like 40 points a game, you know. It was decent. Checking the stats for everyone as well here for the season. Villamy. I'm gonna go with that. Villamy actually went 4 for 7 with passing wise, 970 yards. So no, I don't know why we're doing 3 quarterbacks. Maybe he got hurt at some point. I'm not sure. Rushing-wise, O'Malley had 145 yards. Villamy had a rushing touchdown along with Aldrich. Also had one as well, the freshman. Not very many yards receiving-wise. Ricky had 462 yards and a touchdown. Trent had 1 touchdown, and Haslam had 2 touchdowns. So I thought we had. Did we only have 4? Yeah, I think we only did have 4. Blocking-wise, a lot of sacks. Our star left tackle gave up 12 sacks. Other than that, not great. We do have a couple 71 overalls now and a couple 73s, which is not bad because they're both sophomores. But again, Abreu, 68 overall, 12 games, only allowed 2 sacks. So I feel like he's our best guy, to be honest. Defense, Iverson had 74 tackles, led the team. McCaffrey and Irwin both had 13 tackles for a loss, both tied the team. Hacker had 2 sacks along with McCaffrey, and Dog both had a sack and a half, and Long had a sack. We had 5 interceptions. Iverson had 2. He's probably one of our better safeties as well. Zach had an interception. Lemons had interceptions, and of course Hacker had an interception. We actually forced a lot of fumbles this year. We forced 7 fumbles and recovered only 2 of them. Lemons actually had 2 forced fumbles and 2 fumble recoveries, so that's actually very, very good. But yeah, a lot of forced fumbles. I don't think we had a defensive touchdown. We did not. Kicking-wise, 6 for 6 for Mike, and 3 for 4 from field goals. Made the shorter ones and made actually a 49, but missed a 50. So yeah, not too bad. Punting-wise, again, Simonson had 2,000 punting yards, and he had 1 get blocked, so it's not too bad. Kick return, 600 yards from both Aldrich and Easter, but no punt returns. Wait, do we have any? We did have 14 punt returns, 129 yards. That's about it from there. So, not great. Not great at all. We'll go ahead and get into next week where we can start hiring coaches. We did get Juan Abreu, the 3-star defensive tackle, so that really helps out our defensive line. Again, we did lose out on those 4-star corners. We did get 300 XP, which is very, very nice. Because, you know, we're not leveling up too much. But, yeah, looking at the National Signing Day, we'll take off the 3 and the 4 stars that we lost out on there. And we got still a bunch of people probably about to commit here. Josh Sweat, we only have 10, but Texas A&M is starting to make a run for him. Wire, we have a huge lead. No one's really going after him. Tuck, huge lead. No one's going after him. Quan. Cal is starting to go after him, but we have a decent lead on him. Blade, we have the only offer on him. Fredrickson, we have the only offer. Fumagalli, we are very behind Louisville. Michaels, Western Michigan, starting to put some points on him, and Rudd, we only have one of the 2 offers for him, but Ohio's starting to pull away there. But hopefully, transfer portal will be very, very nice. What we are going to do is we do have to hire some staff members. So what we are a pro style with a 3-3-5 defense. He's got pipeline in. He's level 29. He should have a lot of upgrades. He's very big with the motivator tree. And he does have a couple points into recruiter. So we might have a shot. There's really no one. This guy's level 34 or 31. He's about the same. This guy's a veer and shoot from Utah. He's not really leveled up too much. This guy's from Missouri. Does a couple bigs in recruiting. Jonathan Brothers. I think what we're gonna do is probably gonna go after one of these guys. I think we're gonna try to hire the OC from Marshall. And the defensive coordinator. There's a lot. Okay, we do want a 3-3-5, so Murphy might be the option here, even though he's got a couple points in recruiting and a couple points in Scheme Guru. I guess that would help us out, but I'm kind of looking for more in recruiting-wise to help us get some better recruiting classes and make sure that we can recruit people faster and everything. This guy's got a pipeline in Ohio. He's mostly just motivator. And Indiana does have motivator. So I think what we're going to do is actually just go after Willie Murphy. He does have some points in recruit. He's only got 35, but he does have some in Scheme Guru. We're going to try to hire him. So, and he's a 3-3-5. We run a 3-3-5. We'll have Ohio and South Georgia as our pipelines. So that will help us out. And let's go ahead and move on to the national championship here. Hopefully we'll have those 2 coaches come in as well, which would be very, very nice. We'll also take a look. Did we get those guys? We did. So, yep, we got them both. So if we view our talent tree and we put our coaches on. Oh, we did not get the those are totally different guys, because this guy is much different, because yeah, he's huge in the motivator. I think he's got that almost maxed. So that'll be very, very nice. Got a couple in Scheme Guru, got a couple in Recruiter, so hopefully to help us out. And then, of course, he's more of Scheme Guru and Recruiter. So, and we're mostly a Recruiter. So I guess it doesn't show up. But we'll advance after the college football playoff or national championship game. We did get Josh Sweat. Nice center from Texas. We also got Matt Wire, the right tackle. So that's really going to help out our offensive line for this next upcoming season. And, of course, that will actually be our first season actually playing. Checking the bracket, Michigan wins it all over Florida State with Miami, Oklahoma, Georgia, Ohio State, UAB, Florida State, Clemson, Liberty, Oregon, Texas, and Florida all making the college football playoff. A couple of 9-6 teams, 9-4s, and stuff like that. It's kind of wild that they make it. Probably some other teams were better, but I'm not sure. Yeah, on to next week after the end of the season recap. And now we get into players leaving. There's going to be a lot of people, I think. No one's leaving. We have a couple people graduating, but that's about it. Not going to go through that exactly, because all of them, again, were, 0 overalls. And I don't think we got anyone drafted. So now, here's the big part. Here's the transfer portal. We got a couple guys here that we definitely need to continue going after. We need to go after Pat Tuck. We need to go after Quan. Try to get him. We can schedule him for a visit this week as well. He doesn't really like most of us, but we'll go after conference prestige. And instead of send the house, we actually know his top 3. So we'll actually hard sell for him, which I believe is this one. Blade, again, we're not going to focus too much, but we will send the house. We only get to have 500 points. We only don't need a kicker, but we'll just add him on there. This athlete we definitely need. The quarterback we definitely need. And the defensive tackle we definitely need. Now is going to be the time to go into see what we got in the transfer portal. See if anyone wants to play with the school. There is actually a lot of people that want to play for the Orbits, which is very, very nice. So let's go after those guys immediately. First off, we need to offer everyone a scholarship. Everyone's going to be better than half the guys we have on the team right now. We're actually number 1 on that left outside linebacker, so that's a good thing to note. There's only 1 2-star, which is not bad. Most of these guys are in our top 8, so that's very, very solid to know. But we need to stay above that. So I think what we're going to do is actually first, we're going to go spend 50 on the guys that are number 8. And when we ever get our points back for a couple guys, we will go ahead and then spend them on to the guys that we actually need to get spent on to. So this guy will get the 10. Unfortunately, he's probably not going to be coming to the school. We'll also go after this guy, and we will also go after Bayard. Bang. So that's another strong safety. He's a junior, which will be, he'll only be with us for 1 year. Or I guess 2 years with this team. We did lose out on 2 people. 6th and 7th, we're not there. And Bayard also reached his top 5. So again, not what we wanted there in the first week. Losing a couple people. We got 95 hours to spend. Again, most of these guys, I'm not going to scout really because A, they're going to be a lot better than what we have on this team right now. We're going to go after Howden for 25. Let's get Lemon for 25. Hammond's a lost cause. So we'll take him out. Anyone that can be scheduled for a visit, like Michaels can be scheduled for a visit. Well, that's unfortunate. I really don't have anything that he likes. This guy can be scheduled for a visit. We will proximity to home, and that will probably be it for the week. We'll also spend the last 5 on one of the transfers. Probably Lemon. We'll do Lemon there. He's also a transfer freshman, so that'd be very, very nice if we can get him, because he'll be with us for a long haul. On to next week, on week number 3. Hopefully we get a couple people. We do not. So we still have a long way to go with a couple of these guys to be able to commit to the school. I don't know if we're going to get everyone. We should get Tuck. We're just going to schedule him a visit. I mean, it's D pluses. I mean, we can't really do anything else there. We already got a visit scheduled for him. Blade. Then he went all the way to the right there. I hate when I do that. It's just unfortunate. I don't mean to. We could schedule a visit with Michaels. Again, he really doesn't like anything that we have. I could have tried to schedule a visit with Dunbar, especially with close to home. Maybe we can try to steal him away, but I don't think that's going to happen. On to next week. These are very quick weeks just because we haven't really had a commit yet. We did lose Dunbar and Howden, and we also lost Bradley, the left outside linebacker. Not great. Not what we wanted to do. Now we have 80 hours. And now instead of him getting this guy actually has close to home for his visit, so that'd be very, very nice. So we're actually going to send the house on Lemon and schedule a visit for this week for proximity close to home, and hopefully we can try to jump over App State. Probably not going to happen. We're very, very close for Dalton, and we're very, very close for Ismail. We need to take 20 points off. We should easily have Fredrickson. So let's take the 20 points off him. Let's go down to Ed here. We'll visit with playing style. And we'll also spend the 5 minutes, and hopefully that will get him. Oh, I can't spend the 5 minutes. We'll go back up to here and spend the 5 minutes. And hopefully we can get the rest of the guys onto this recruiting class. And we're going to go over the recruiting class, see how everyone is. We did get Ed. We also got Pat Tuck, which is very, very nice, from Florida. We also got Quan, middle linebacker. We got Rudd, the defensive tackle. We lost out on Blade. We lost out on Lemon, Fumagalli, and a couple other guys. We did get 75K or 75 XP. I wish 75K XP. That'd be very, very nice. But unfortunately, we did lose out on a couple guys. Not the best recruiting class that I've had, but again, 0 overall team. We're not going to have the most hours. But we did sign 20 guys in this season. And we signed the 68th best ranked class with 15 3-stars. That's going to help us out a lot with those 3 stars with this team. Now, if we look at, do we have any athletes? We do have 2 athletes. This guy's a run stopper. We'll put him at left end. I like how he's just, it's whatever. Moving on to Quan, who is another one. He is a left outside linebacker. He's a 74 left outside linebacker, which that desperately improves stuff that we have. 269 overall halfbacks now. We have a fullback still. Wide receivers are still kind of rough. Tight ends, I mean, we have a ton of tight ends. Starting to not going after those. Left tackles are good now. Left guard is good. Centers, we have a couple now. A bunch, actually. We could actually move one of those centers to right guard. He's also being a 69 right guard. I'll take that all day. He's actually our number 1 guy. Right tackles are decent. Left ends, definitely going to need some work. Defensive tackles, we have 2 very, very solid ones. Left outside linebacker is now Quan. Middle linebacker is Hacker and Forney, along with Pat Tuck down there. Right outside linebacker needs some help. Corner, Lemons is very, very solid. Zach is decent, but we desperately need help there. Free safety with Humphreys, he's good. Combs is a junior. I'll probably keep him just to be there. And then Iverson is there. Kickers, got a couple now and a couple punters, so not too bad, not too shabby. So on to next week. We'll also encourage our transfers. We got 4,000 XP. That leveled us up a ton. Should have 2. Oh, we had 4 XP level? My goodness. Okay, we got a lot to spend. Hold on a minute. We're going to be spending a lot of money. We're probably going to spend some in the motivator class as well, so we'll just go ahead and do that. But first, we are going to focus recruiting hours and interest from DBs. We're also going to get interest from our starting receivers and tight ends. And then we'll go ahead and make 1 upgrade in motivator, which will be who's probably the best. Probably a defensive back is probably going to be the best option. Bone XP for D-backs or defensive backs when they're drafted in the top 3 rounds. So we'll get that going, and we'll kind of go from there. So offensive coordinator, let's check him out. He's got a couple. He's mostly got scouting for offense and 1 for the D-line. And he's got interest for running backs and quarterbacks. That actually helps us out, too. The motivator, he's got every single thing unlocked. So he's got the training boost for everybody. And he's got the XP bonuses, which will be very, very nice. And then tactician, he's got everything for the quarterback. So quarterbacks probably might be solid for us. Running backs are decent. Couple run block and pass block powers, and then O-line gets a boost in power moves, block shedding, and play rec and pursuit, so I guess that's cool. The defensive coordinator actually has a max for Scheme Guru, which is actually kind of nice. I was not expecting that. Really good for the defense, like normal. Man coverage, pursuit for defensive backs, linebackers, defensive line, offensive fatigue slower, catchability for passes 10 yards or less. Ground and pound, he's got decreased time between block shed attempts, so that's very, very nice. And recruiter, he's probably got, mostly just for the defense. Take less time to fully scout for most of the defense. And, yeah, so that's very, very nice. We did some great stuff for that. Now, my favorite part is training results. Let's see how everyone did. Lemon's an only an 83. He didn't move up at all, but we did get Iverson up to an 80. Quarterbacks up to a 70. Halfbacks up to a 74. McMillan's up to a 74. Haslam didn't move up at all. Wayne went up to a 73. Godwin didn't move up. No one really on our offensive line really moved up at all. Which is not great. Long got us up to a 77. Irwin went up to a 77. McCaffrey went up to a 78. A couple of decent improvements there on the defensive side of the football. I'm still waiting on one guy to jump a ton of overall for the first time. I've never had that yet, and I don't know if it's happened before. But right now, hey, we're a 62 overall team now with a 68 offense and a 58 overall defense. Defense is still a little rough. But now we could honestly probably win some games next year if the sim or not even we're not simming. We're playing next year, in season number 3. What we got for transfers? We need to cut 10 players. I don't really think. 100% there's going to be some in punter and kicker. Maybe not actually. I know we have a ton of kickers. For an unknown reason. So I guess we'll cut the sophomore of Zavala. Quarterbacks we can't. Running backs we can't. Nothing for... we can get rid of the one wide receiver there. I guess we can get rid of... Nah, we'll dismiss that. We'll keep Wilbur. You're a 57. You're a 58. That's fine. 3 left tackles that are freshmen. You're a 12 overall, you can go. You're a 12, you can go. You're a 12, he can go. He's a 12. He's a 12 overall. You're a 12 overall. And that will be that. We got a couple more 12 overalls to be done with. It's mostly at corners. But we actually now have a decent cornerback room. So hopefully that will help us out in this next season. And now we will go over the schedule. I will set up the recruiting board off camera. And we'll update everyone. So right now we will have Iowa to start the season off. It will probably get destroyed. Western Kentucky, Utah State, and then Kentucky. Then we get Ohio, and then we get all the MAC action that we have. So not bad. 6-7 overall with a 74 overall offense, which is actually not too bad. But yeah, that's actually going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys see you in next episode, which we will be playing in episode 3, again, to face off Iowa to start season number 3 of this 0 overall rebuild. So yeah, just simulating the first couple seasons and kind of going from there. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.